Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, I'm Theo Roberts. I am head of SEO at Ecom1. We are a performance marketing agency specializing in SEO, PPC, and email marketing. And this isn't AI. I actually did run the London Marathon at the weekend, so please do bear with me as we proceed. So I kind of want to take it back a little bit and really look at pre-AI and what SEO was, and the three silos that made up SEO. That is obviously technical SEO, content creation, and then the backlink building. And I know backlink building is a dirty word when it comes to SEO, but these three silos really did, and disciplines really did make up the fundamental part of it. And when we look, the thing I love about SEO is that it's backed by data and it's really user-centered. When we do that keyword research, it's the keywords that users are actually searching to discover, hopefully, your brands. And when it comes to e-commerce, a lot of those broad keywords, those money-making keywords that have the high search volume, right now on the UK SERP, don't have AI overviews. Obviously, they could have potentially in the future. There are new features coming out all the time, but right now they don't. But it's those semantic questions that really do have those AI overviews and that people ask in the LLMs. And that was our first warning a few years ago. We were told the significance of ensuring that you're answering those semantic questions on your sites. So as part of one of our frameworks in our agency, what we call our Catalyst framework, we ensured on our category pages that, again, the content was present. A lot of category pages I see for some brands are missing content altogether, when a category description and FAQs, and again, linking to those content pieces, those supporting content pieces, is really significant for your rankings. So again, if you're a fashion brand, if you're thinking about the questions like how to measure men's waist for trousers, how to style men's trench coats, these are all questions that users are asking the LLMs now, but also worth typing into the search engines. We were also told about the significance of EEAT. And again, very important in terms of that experience, that expertise, that authority, and that trust. So again, ensuring that you're sharing that first-hand insights and opinions. So again, your supporting content is perfect for this. Your expertise, again, getting your clients to really basically getting your clients to showcase their expertise. Again, they should be the experts in their areas. So building the supporting content clusters to support your categories. In terms of authority, again, backlink building is important. So strong links with high domain authorities. When we look at, well, I've been contacting obviously lots of media publications, and lots of them nowadays really, they want payment. They don't do anything for free. Again, one of the biggest publishing houses in the UK, I think they told me that they wanted £1,500 for a feature. And again, we don't really want to be spending that much money, but again, we want to build that authority. And again, we want to build that trust. Then again, when it came to backlink building, we know there was a kind of shift, and that shift from, again, paying for backlinks into digital PR, wanting to be mentioned by those reputable newspapers, magazines, but ensuring that though it's relevant to your industry. So if you're a fashion brand, ensuring that fashion publications are talking about you. If you're in the automotive space, again, we work with a lot of automotive brands, making sure that those car magazines are, again, discussing your brand and featuring your brand. LinkedIn is another space, again, especially in the B2B space, making sure that you are sharing that expertise for people to, again, discover you, and again, another platform for people to discover you. Community platforms. Now, Reddit is, again, very tricky. Again, you've got to really build up those karma points before just posting on Reddit, because again, I think they're the biggest gatekeepers when it comes to publishing content. But again, Reddit can be used in such an important and kind of innovative way. One thing I did was I used AI to scrape 50 questions from Reddit and then turned those questions into content. And over a 6-month period, we gained 54,000 sessions by answering those queries. And again, ensuring that it was built into our on-site content. Email marketing as well. So again, I think, in terms of digital marketing, all your channels should work together. So if you're building new content, ensuring that you're driving traffic to those pages. So again, including into your email campaigns, links to those new content features. It can also help with those organic rankings as well. And again, as I mentioned, our clients being the experts. Again, Dan is at the back over there. Everyone who waves to Dan. We love Dan at Econ One. Our clients may be on the fence because again, they kind of shy away from being in front of the camera, but we really want them to be showcased as those experts, and getting them in front of the camera, showcasing their products, just sharing their opinions and insights is really important. And again, sharing that on YouTube, and then in YouTube on the videos, ensuring that the links are pointing back to the website as well, to those category and product pages. And you might be thinking, how does this all tie in to AI? Well, as we know, there has been a change in the landscape, and there's been lots of discourse online about GEO, AEO, is it still SEO? And again, lots of us probably have an opinion on this. But again, if we kind of look at what the last few years of SEO has really said, it kind of prepared us for this moment, and to really make sure that we're working to be included. So again, if you've been creating that content, if you've been ensuring that you've been doing the right type of link building and the variety of link building, I'm not going to say, because again, digital PR again, the December 2025 Google update, they said that brand mentions is just as significant as those do follow links. But again, do follow links, no follow links. Do you want that variety when it comes to that link building? And again, that's a big part of that success in terms of AI visibility. So again, when it comes to GEO and AEO, we know that it's about the content and how you write and structure it on your site. We need to make sure that we're writing like humans and that the information is summarizable. And again, when I'm talking about FAQs, it's all about that SERP analysis as well. You can't just say, okay, when it comes to that main keyword, there's these 5 related questions, let's just add them as FAQs. You've got to do that analysis to make sure that, again, if your competitors are actually doing a whole article featuring one of those questions, then maybe just doing an FAQ isn't enough. You've got to really create an article that can compete with what's currently ranking on the search engines that will also then be surfaced in the LLMs. In terms of the structured data, so schema is so important. I know Google a few years ago said FAQ schema wasn't important anymore. However, we know that applying FAQ schema to your website really helps in terms of that AI visibility. So don't always trust what Google has to say. In terms of semantic clarity as well, make sure that when you're writing, it's concise, again, summarizable, and again, quite simple, but simple headings. Again, H3s and H4s are becoming as significant as H2s. So making sure that how you structure and how your content is seen on your website is increasingly important. So right now, what I'm going to do is give you 10 implementations you can take away to help support that AI visibility. So as I mentioned, optimize for passages, not pages. So again, right here, we've got why are swimming pools so cold for children? One of my clients is in the baby swimwear space. So again, making sure that's the main H1 on the page, but then the H2s are related to that topic, and making sure that each H2 is answered in a concise way. So again, maybe there's some rewriting of those passages on your current blogs. I hate the word blogs, to be honest with you, because I think it kind of takes away the actual impact and the variety of content that we should be creating for websites. Building brand and topical authority as well. So again, when we talk about brand authority, you build that through that digital PR piece there as well. But topical authority, if you're selling car parts, and then again, all the different marks, so let's say MG car parts, Triumph car parts, the sub-pages underneath those would be the different types. So this Triumph Spitfire, the Triumph Stag. You build that topical authority by building those sub-collections out on the client sites. And again, in making sure that all those supporting content pieces, the buyer guides, etc., are linked on the bottom of those category pages. And again, the FAQs need to be specific to those collection pages. Really helps build that topical authority. So again, main category, subpages, and then again, 1 to 3 supporting articles. Though I think again, it's all about testing. So we've been testing 6 articles linked at the bottom. But again, it's about making sure that you're building that authority there. When the query fan out, I know this has been discussed a few times this morning. So again, if we're looking at classic car park brakes, then here are some other questions that can really be featured in those. So the best brake pads for the 1970s Triumph, how to tell if classic car brake fluid is bad. Again, it's discussing and really going in depth and making sure you're covering the whole scope of the topic there. And again, there's a lot of different content types that can be created in terms of blogs, listicles, and guides, but we'll get into those. Ensure your website is crawlable. So again, there's kind of a battle between web devs and SEO sometimes, because the web devs are all about efficiency, site speed, using JavaScript to make sure that the site is as efficient as possible, and they block all bots apart from Google. But then that is really going to hinder your AI visibility, because then you're potentially going to be stopping ChatGPT, bot, etc., from being able to crawl your website. So making sure that you have the content has that access for those bots to crawl it, and making sure that everything is clear and factual. Again, new page type. So again, before people would just create blogs, but we're now thinking about listicles, those top 10 features. If you're a retailer who stocks a lot of different brands, make sure that you're creating listicles for your website as well. So the top 10, I've got here, top 10 things that Brighton SEO 2026 you don't want to miss. This beautiful audience. So, but again, to be serious a little bit right now, think about the top 10 EDC gifts under £50. If you're a brand, one of my clients are in the outdoor EDC space. So again, they stock brands like Leatherman, Victorinox. So again, including those products in those listicles, again, is a big win for SEO, but also for the AI visibility. We also think about glossaries, again, really defining all those key terms around your industry. And again, enhance your About Us page. I've seen so many times websites have their About Us page and it's a simple paragraph. And I'm thinking, no, you've got to think about who, what, where, why, when, how, kind of taking it back to school a little bit. But really, really ensuring that you're telling your audience, your users, but also, the LLMs, exactly who you are as a business, and also what your mission is and what is your purpose as a organization. And as mentioned in this previous talk, establish your baseline. Ask AI what it knows about you, and ensure anything that's missing is then covered and added to your website's content. So again, product comparisons. So again, lots of our clients stock different brands. So it could be brand A versus brand B. What we need to do is making sure that, again, we're discussing in summarizable tables the difference between product A, product B. So again, giving users a choice. I think that's the thing about users. They want to have that freedom to make the decision. So you've got to give them that information to ensure that they can make the choice themselves, and give them all the factual information there. Something that I've noticed though is that the AI overviews, again, they kind of like to show, not tell right now. So before you could write supporting content such as for your website, but now they've started to showcase or reference videos over on-page content. So making sure that product comparison videos are also created there as well, that really showcase the difference between the different products. So again, we've just got brand A versus brand B, best alternatives as well, best product type for a specific user. So again, you got to really put the users at the heart of what you do, and think of the different types of markets that your products can serve. And again, we've got buying guides and category guides as well. So again, I think every main category on your website should have its own buyer guide. Build branded content. Again, if you're going to invest in digital PR and spend so much money in that service to be able to showcase and let the world know all about your business, make sure that same content is on your website. Again, telling that story and building that story of who you are as a brand. Again, your brand history, your sustainability. So again, CSR is so important right now, but really ensuring that you're telling users and telling everybody what you're doing in terms of that environmental journey. Pages that aren't necessarily SEO, but needs to be on the website and should be on websites, like shipping and returns information. And again, terms and conditions, privacy policies need to be present. So making sure those are updated and supporting your clients there. Different market pages as well. Again, it's all about building that EEAT and that trust. So again, going back a few years ago, before ChatGPT was even a thing in this world, it's just what that journey was and what we were supposed to be doing as SEOs. Use social proof for credibility. So as I mentioned, if you, as part of that email marketing, you can send obviously automations to build reviews and to making sure that you're getting those positive reviews, and responding to reviews as well is really important. Showcasing what you're doing. If you can build case studies about the different services you offer, that's again showcasing exactly what you offer to your customers and to your users, as well as testimonials as well. So again, film testimonials are great as well. User-generated content, that is a big thing, as we know. I think it increases conversion rate by 2% if you can showcase user-generated content at the top of those product pages. So that is something that definitely need to consider. And as we mentioned, press mentions from those big players out there. I know if you get a feature from The Guardian, you're going to be very happy. So making sure that investing in digital PR as well as traditional link building is so important. And again, the AI information page. So a plain text page for AI, telling AI exactly who you are. And again, a LLM.txt file, similar to that robots.txt file, but you want to really tell the bots exactly what to crawl on your website to really make sure that you are visible in that space. I'm not expecting you to be able to read all this, but if you want me to send it to you after, that is fine. But we've got all the different content types that we've been building, from the Catalyst category page content to glossaries, product comparison and buyer guides, listicles. And again, I've got here the SEO impact as well as the AI impact for these different page types. So as I mentioned, if you want this, I can email it to you, or you can follow me on LinkedIn and I can send it to you that way. So I think, again, when we talk about SEO and now AI search and that playbook, it's still relatively in these three disciplines, but it's just evolved a bit in the last few years. So now it's not just about the search engines, it's different platforms to be discoverable, from the social platforms to the communities and those forums. And as well, we need to make sure that we are discoverable to people however they search. Thank you for listening. As I mentioned, you can, if you want a product visibility audit to really look at your categories and how to making sure that you're featured in AI for the categories and products you serve, then scan the QR code. And if you want to connect with me, and like I mentioned, send you the different content types, you can also do that. Thank you.